Hello, I'm Jennifer Donahue, and I'm going to talk to you about the Nichols-Lawson Professional Learning Community Plan, the PLCs for Nichols-Lawson. Our first thing that we decided to have at the beginning when we're doing our research on the PLCs is our big ideas. Our main thing is to ensure that all students learn. Okay? Our other one is we have to have a culture for collaboration. And then our next one is we have to focus on results. So we have to study our data, work together as a team, and then what's working and what's not working. So then we came up with 6 steps to make our PLCs even more effective. The first thing, of course, here is it's going to be data driven. Where are we in need and data driven with the standards? Okay, so then we have to select our focus. What is it going to be? We're going to have to do some research and decide, okay, we already know what we've studied here and where our focus is, but what's going to help us? So then we have to select that. Once we have that selected, we have to come up with a game plan. After we come up with our plan, that's when we actually put it into place. This is where we implement it from August to May. After it's been implemented from August to May, we analyze it. How did it work? Did we move the students and make the progress, the student achievement that we were looking for? And then, if not, we make adjustments at the end. Even if we did, we still need to make adjustments to make it even better for the next year. When you're looking at the PLCs, and I didn't mention this before, you're looking at a PLC that's going to be 3 to 6 years. So with that, we actually want, this is going to be ongoing for 3 to 6 years. So once we have that adjustment, how can we make it even better? That second year, that third year, and so forth. Okay, best practices. We've talked about this already. Collaboration. View of the school, our overall view of the school, and shared beliefs and behaviors. First, I'm going to start with collaboration. Collaboration, we've got to have that common goal. Do you see where it goes back to our 6 steps? New tool or initiative. You know, you can do a different initiative that's bringing in. Like right now, we have events that our school system is in, and it's a 2 to 3 year initiative. But we have to stay positive. It's going to be lots of new learning, lots of new strategies, and along the way we've got to stay positive. No more excuses. So we can't say, you know, well, we don't have this, so we can't do that. We need this before we can do that. This is our plan. We've got to figure out how we're going to make it successful. So you have an excuse. Let's come up with a solution. Then we have to have that broad focus. It's not about me, me, me. It's not about certain kids. It's the big picture of the school. So, objective view. It is always nice to have that external facilitator that comes in. With that being said, with events, we have had like one person come in, and they come in just like once or twice. That's about it. Then we have teacher leaders. That's where we have 3 of us that are actually being facilitators, so we are guiding it as teachers the rest of the time. And with this, when you have these 2 things put together, you have people that have a balcony view of everything. So they are looking at the big picture of the school. They're not focused on just 7th grade math and they're stuck right there. They see 6th grade math, 7th grade math, 8th grade. Then they see all of the reading. They see all the content areas. They see the overall big picture. That's where you want teacher leaders to be. And then when they come to visit, they already see that. Here's our next one with shared beliefs and behaviors. Our key thing is open to discussions. And through even our immense training and being a reading coach, we have actually gone through training on how exactly do we keep that negative out and how do we keep the open discussion going. Your answers are not always right. There's always going to be a better answer. But sometimes if we're talking way too much, we forget to listen. So through our trainings, they've taught to us, we get to sit back and listen a little bit more because there are some great ideas out there from everyone. But in this process, you also have to be very respectful and considerate because again, everybody has their own ideas, but we've got to decide together as a team which is the final best idea to reach our overall balcony view outcome. Then we have our faculty and our stakeholders here. Of course, this is already driven through our immense training that we're going through. We have already seen school visits. I love this because some teachers do not get excited about this at first until they actually do it, and it is fabulous. And then they will welcome the visitors to come see us. We go see them and they come see us. Another one is, right next door, in the same building, go see teachers. You'll be amazed at what you can get from even different subject areas that you can bring to your content area. Then our community visits. The great thing about those stakeholders coming and visiting our school, we get to show off what we're doing in our progress, and they love it. They absolutely love to see and be involved in everything that we're doing in our school system. So these two things, although it's a little bit of time and it takes some planning and some work, the payoff is huge. Okay, so professional learning community process. We start in May. We try to figure out what we need, where we're going, where are we going to start. We analyze all of our data, and then we take a self-evaluation. Where do we want to go? Then in August, we actually start the process. The PLCs actually begin. Then we have meetings throughout the year, September to May. Then next, that's our final stage. We have in May. We sit down at the end and we reflect. How did it work? What's working? What's not working? What's our glows and grows? What do we need to fix for next year to even make it better? And then we share with other teachers. Because there's teachers that are going to be on different cohorts than you, and you need to make sure that you are sharing with everyone. Because some of these strategies that you're using and learning in your cohort, they can use them through theirs as well. Okay, another thing that we have with our planning, we're going to keep up with our cohort minutes. We're going to make sure we have our attendance for our members to see who's there. Our topic of discussion each time, so it's showing our progression. List what is working. To me, that's key. That's keeping us positive. What exactly are we using that's making a difference? List instructional strategies and evidence, so you're actually going to compile that at the end. And with Immense, we actually have a journal that we're creating for the end of this year. We've put everything in a folder, and that's going to be our documentation at the end. Additional needs and questions, we will have them. You've got to save time for this at the end because sometimes they're just really easy answers to these questions. Of course, we have about 6 journal articles that we've looked through and 1 book reference. And with that, I think we're pretty much pleased with our outcome with our PLC plan, and we hope that it works and maybe we can get back with you in 3 to 6 years.